Hello! It's Tenchi time. It's Tenchi Sunday. Oh my gosh. How's it going, everybody? I am doing so well. I'm feeling great. I am a happy and clean boy. I don't know what energizes you, but one of the things that energizes me the most is just like washing my face, taking a shower, shaving. I know it's mundane. Could you imagine this little Tenchi face with like a big mustache or facial hair? I don't know. But whenever I take care of myself for that sort of thing, I feel fantastic afterwards. Especially if I'm like not in a rush. Because if you're in a rush, fucking forget it. It may as well be like everything else you got to do in life, you know. But no, I find that when I am enjoying myself and just, I don't know, getting to, you know, take care of myself. I think that I end up feeling so much more energy at the end of that than usual. And yeah, I did that right before hopping on stream, so I feel refreshed. I feel like a recharged battery. I also feel like I can't wait to go to bed. But that'll be for after stream. I have so many very cool ideas for the end of the year because we are winding down already. I know it's like the beginning of December, but just blink and we'll be there at the end. And at the end of the year too. So I'm not going to be around pretty much after the 21st, I think, which blows. That means I'm not going to be able to do much streaming for the last 2 weeks. Of course, the thing that breaks the concentration the most is going to be holiday because I gotta go spend time with the Tenchi family. And I really like hanging out with them. But I'll still try to make lots of YouTube shorts. I doubt I'll make a compilation before the end of the year, unfortunately. But I'll definitely make a bunch of YouTube shorts for the last couple weeks, so, you know, you don't forget me. How could you anyway, though? And a lot, so I've, like, making those YouTube shorts isn't the only thing I guess I'm thinking about for the end of the year. I am planning on a lot of things. We have 100 follower celebration stream that we gotta do. We're gonna be doing that. I believe we're gonna be doing that on the 21st. I might have to reschedule it, come to think of it. Something just crossed my mind that might end up rescheduling it for us. But we're planning on watching paint dry. We're gonna be painting and watching it dry. It's sort of a bizarre, twisted idea I've had for a while. If you look into it, I'm sure I'll talk about it some on that stream, but there's sort of an inside joke to me about it. It's the kind of thing that I guess it just really speaks to me for some bizarre reason. And I guess I always try to do stuff that I would watch, and for some reason I think I would watch somebody else stream paint dry. Like, that's just the concept I have in my brain for some reason. And that's a big thing. There will be a very large announcement during that stream as well about the junk we're going to be doing, which is exciting. There's some very cool things coming down the pipeline. I think it'll also be a double stream day, actually. I think we're probably going to do our stream to celebrate 100 followers, and then in the evening we're probably going to try and do some Among Us, but that's still being planned in the background. What else have we got before the end of the year? A couple of things in the background that you guys aren't going to really hear about for a very long time. But I am putting together some junk for a new model eventually. Don't even think about it. Throw it out of your brain. It's going to take a long, long time before we get there. But I will be doing it. There's also, I think I want to make like 2 or 3 more emotes before the end of the year. We lucked out. We got a raffle from Sparkle's Paws, which was pretty cool. And that raffle has given us a free emote. Otherwise, I would have tried to draw another 7. And I don't really mind. It's just like, I feel like I almost always end up finding more things to do with my time for stream, and I guess I have an editor's kind of soul. Like, if you ask me if I would rather draw an emote or like make a YouTube short, I think I'd rather do the YouTube short. But that's also because I have been posting on YouTube and doing the shorts consistently for like several months at this point, actually. So that makes it a lot easier to hang out over there and, you know, upload junk. Oh, I'm gonna cough. I don't know what's going on. I think I've been such a chatterbox lately that I bet my throat is just, you know, it just wants an off day. It would like a day where I'm not talking like 24/7, which is pretty difficult for me. I'm a bit of a chatterbox. I think it's really just that like my brain works a mile a minute, and I have, instead of becoming a person that like is silent for a really long time and thinks very hard about the things they say, I'm much more like I've just plugged in my mouth directly to my brain. There's no bypass, there is no filter, it just keeps on going. And so my talking speed is like unbelievably, immensely, very, very fast. Which is actually one of the things that I like about streaming on Saturday mornings. I find that like I just have a different kind of energy on the morning and the Saturday, and it's just much more relaxed. It's not like I'm not energetic. I'm bringing a kind of calm energy to the table, I guess, calmer than usual. Not that I'm not calm, I guess, and maybe I'm more of like a, you know, I guess you can't be everything, right? I'm definitely, on our typical nightly streams, I'm a lot more like kind of a gremlin nutcase sort of vibe. Oh, I want to play a ton of retro games next year. I have this massive list of games I really want to play on stream. So massive, I'm beginning to realize that like I have to be okay with not finishing most of these games. I think we have to be kind of picky about what games we're going to finish. At this point, I think we've grandfathered in Disco Elysium. We're going to finish that. Like, we kind of have to. And I think we're also going to finish probably Doom, because there's only like one stream left in Doom. I said that last time too, and maybe the time before, but I'm pretty sure this time we'll be done with Doom next time around. So I really want to do that. And then I think from there, once we finish Doom and once we finish Disco Elysium, I am probably going to try to enter a zone where we're like playing new retro games almost every day. Because there's like a lot of retro games I want to try. Some of them are going to be like, oh, this is my first time playing it. And then some of them are going to be like, okay, I remember this really hot stinker from a long time ago, and I would like everyone to watch this go down. So maybe, I guess I could even open up my list. Give me a second here. I'll open it up. I'm not going to show you, but I'll read it off to you. There are a lot of fun games on there. Most of the time, I guess I get inspired in terms of like what games to play just by watching old Great Game Grumps episodes that I liked, and then also just like remembering terrible games from my childhood, from my Tenshi-hood. Let's see. Oh man. Okay, so Batman Arkham City. All of the Arkham games are fantastic. Arkham Knight is probably the biggest, but I think Arkham City was my favorite. Beyblade G Revolution. There was a couple of old Beyblade games on the Game Boy Advance. I only had 2 of them. I think there may have been more, but Beyblade G Revolution is like a bizarre... Here, I guess we can look it up while I'm talking here. I'm gonna scooch over, and then we're gonna open this bad boy. Whoa, you're so wide. You're not normally that wide. Okay, here we go. This shouldn't be looking with Google. Can I set that as my... Wait. I want to... you know what? I guess I'm not logged in or anything. Here, I want this guy. There we go. Anyway, Beyblade G Revolution. So let me see. With images, it'll be a lot easier to explain what we're looking at. I guess that must have been the name of the gen. Oh, okay, yes. I'm glad I looked it up because I was going to give you some misinformation. Hell yeah, I love those Batman games. Yeah, totally. They're just fantastic. Like, the storytelling is bonkers. And then, I mean, personally, I think my favorite was the combat because the combat was so rhythmic. It was just a tight game. A tight game that was clearly, like, made by a ton of people that love Batman. Like, the level of detail in terms of references to the comics was, in retrospect, unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. I say so, I guess, because there's a lot of crossover stuff nowadays, and not every, you can tell, not that that's a crossover, I guess, but with crossover stuff, you can see just how much, you know, people can kind of crap stuff out without a lot of love for the original. Anyway, so G Revolution, it is a, like, what is this? I don't know if it's 16-bit or 18. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's a pixelated JRPG where you follow Tyson from the original. Really? Okay, Tyson from the original Beyblade generation. He's like the little anime pro tag guy. If you've never heard of Beyblade, by the way, I guess you're either really old or really, really young. Beyblade is like a spinning battle tops toy line, and they invented an anime to go with it to sell you toys. The Beyblades normally have like metal on the edges, and that's what's called like the blade. And yeah, they spin really fast and they hit each other and they make loud metal noises. So of course, like, perfect for like young boys. But really, they're for everybody. Beyblades are sick. I have a lot of nostalgia for them, and I have a small Beyblade collection. Maybe someday we'll do like a Beyblade collection walkthrough, but like, it's not as impressive or cool to look at as my Magic and card collection. But nonetheless, this game is a JRPG where instead of having like a team of people or Pokemon or whatever, you have an arsenal of parts that you can use to assemble your Beyblade. Because like, that's the whole thing with Beyblade, right? The whole thing with Beyblade is it's customizable. Each of these little guys are made out of like 4 different kinds of parts. And so when you get a new Beyblade, you can use it, you know, as its own Beyblade, or you can like take it apart, smash it together with other Beyblades, make your own beautiful monstrosity. So in this game, it's a JRPG. You're running around, hitting stuff with your Beyblades, getting into fights. You go through pretty much a tournament arc like the show. I don't super remember how it goes. I do remember playing it in the past, and it is a little, I don't know, it doesn't super hold up, but we can give it a go sometime. The other Beyblade game that's on my list, Beyblade V-Force. This one is going to be probably, we could even finish this on stream. It's only 2 hours long. I guess this was the name of the next generation, or the next season of the anime. Well, no, duh, this is what here we go. This is kind of hard to make out, but the idea was, it's sort of like Super Monkey Ball, where like your main goal is to go from the starting area to the ending area, except you're a spinning top. And since you're a spinning top, you slowly lose energy, and you have to get there in time. And then there's also other tops, you know, that you run into, and you have to knock off the side of the stage. But I remember this game being especially funny because it's like completely contextless. Like they'll represent some kind of fight as this bizarre, esoteric, like empty zone. What is this? It's like the floating floor. Like somebody's put half a Walmart into the Nether Void, and here you are playing Beyblade on it. Hey Turner, how's it going? Oh, excuse me. How's it going? How's your day been? Today I wanted to ask people if there was something you learned today. What did you learn today? I got something I learned. It's unfortunate, but I learned that cotton stuff really does, what the hell, man? A bot? Twice in a couple of seconds too, by the way. It's so bold. I learned that cotton really does shrink, and some stuff that's cotton doesn't shrink, but some stuff that is cotton does, unfortunately. And I had these really nice sweaters. I just got them and I washed them, and well, I spent hours fixing them up and like stretching them back to shape. That's all I'll say. You got a lot of work you're doing, but you're making a lot of good progress. Nice. Hard at work, my man. You keep at it. I also feel like I'm very hard at work. It's just a really busy time of the year, you know? Everybody wants to cram everything before the end of the year so that they feel good when they go take their month-long break. What are you working on right now? The stuff I'm working on is what I've mentioned earlier, because I got some emotes to do before the end of the year. We have the 21st, we're doing that 100 follower celebration stream. And there was one other thing I wanted to do. I think there's a ton of YouTube shorts I want to make. I guess I'd love to be able to make another compilation, but at the moment I'm strapped for time. So I don't think I really can. Other games I want to play though, these are more for next year. Doom Eternal, it's a shorter game. I might play that all the way through on stream. Ooh, this one I'm really excited for. Astronautilus. We should look it up right now. Astronautilus is a game that my friend... Well, that's not the one. There's another game named Astronautilus? That's crazy. Oh, it's a skin for League of Legends. That's not what it is. It's a roguelike bullet hell game that my friend Wormy helped to work on, and I really want to play it. So, your first YouTube short actually got over 1,000 views, which shocked the hell out of you. You just started the channel. Yeah, YouTube shorts are really like a totally different beast than YouTube videos, is what I've found. But you know, how exciting! What was it? What was your short about? I have found that shorts are such a unique art, really, because the way that the content is being put in front of people is very different than, say, a stream or a video or a VOD. Like, it's only being put in front of people on the shelf for a very short amount of time, which means that you do get this burst of views, but then it doesn't really get like extended views over a period of time, like a compilation might or something like that. So it's one of those things where like the day that those upload, I'm normally like, ooh, how's it doing? How's it going? Did it do well? But a lot of times, you know, it might get 1 or 2 boosts and then it's suddenly gone. It was one of the Gmod shorts, but I could give you the link. Yeah, go ahead. Maybe you can drop it in the Discord or something. I found that they seem to work best when they're games that people are caring about in the moment, I guess. And then I think sort of sadly, the most popular stuff ends up being like stuff that's just controversial. But I don't really make stuff like that. I don't make it to be controversial. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where like you notice all these patterns when you create stuff, but like I don't really want to be susceptible to it. I just want to make stuff I think is cool, you know? And you know, I guess if it becomes successful, it will. Where can I post clips? Eye in the Sky? Yeah, I think that one's supposed to be... The description will tell you of each channel, but I'm pretty sure that one's supposed to be stuff for me to watch. Yeah, for me to watch and react to, because there was a lot of that at the beginning. There was a lot of that a couple months ago, where folks really wanted to, they wanted to put like show me stuff all the time, and I was like, okay, we can do some of that on stream, but not all of it, you know. Rugrats in Paris. Oh my lord, this game is terrible. Again, one of the first games I've ever played. No, not the movie. PSX. I think this was on the PS1, by the way. This game is awful. I remember I remember watching the Game Grumps play this like literally 12, 13 years ago, and I thought it was terrible. I mean, well, okay. That's really, when I saw them play it, I thought it was nostalgic. Are you using DuckDuckGo? I am, yeah. I haven't used it before, but it is like damn near impossible to find a search engine that does not like fuck with your location really heavy and make it very annoying. So I'm using DuckDuckGo for this reason. But anyway, yeah, the game is like you're like playing one of the Rugrats. I remember it being kind of cool because you could swap between any of the Rugrats. You could change your character to whoever you want it to be, and it's basically just a mini game collection with an overworld connecting everything else. I have no idea if the game can even end, to be honest. I don't know if it's that kind of a game or if it really is just like a mini game sort of game. So I guess we could play some of it, and I'll probably earnestly try. Because I know that the Game Grumps really hated it, but I have so much nostalgia for it, so, you know, we might give it a real earnest try. Other games... Oh, I've never played a Halo game, like, once. Despite being, like, resident first-person shooter guy, I've never played Halo. So, the whole Halo... All of the games are on my list. I do think we would probably play through them, though. Like, those would be exceptions to the rule. You have a Halo, though. I know, right? You'd think I'd be an expert on it, but it just never crossed my mind. I'm not a very good angel, as it turns out. Kingdom Hearts Stream Drop Distance. We did start that with Wormy, but we're probably going to be playing some of it off stream, like add some of it on. I'm the king of Halos. Well, I will be once I finish the series, that's for sure. Is that what happens? You get crowned the king? That green guy? That's running around shooting aliens and stuff? You know, I never once thought about it until now, but that outfit is not dissimilar from the Green Goblin, like from the Spider-Man movie? Master Chief? Yeah, that guy. You know, Mr. Chief, whatever his name is. Alright, so this guy, he's got basically the exact same color scheme as the Green Goblin. Sam Raimi Green Goblin. I think. Right? Yeah. Stupid metallic... Okay. Very cool metallic green suit with a big cool helmet. And then yellow visor. Look at them. They really look... Wow, what the hell? Okay, this was kind of a shitpost meme at the beginning, but like, really? If you didn't have glasses on, if you had astigmatism, you wouldn't be able to tell somebody in a costume apart. Ah, green guy, yes. And the color's pretty close, too. I get the sense, though, I'm not gonna like Master Chief quite as much as Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, though. Willem Dafoe as Master Chief. Now, where do I sign up for that movie? Because I would like to watch that. Other games on this list, aside from Halo, Assassin's Creed 2 and Revelations. I love Ezio. Dead Rising, Elden Ring. That's a long one, but I would like to finish that game sometime. Sonic Adventure 2. I never actually played that, despite being such a big fan of Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. Oh, that game, I'm pretty sure sucks, but I can't wait to play it. I remember seeing an IRL Green Goblin on a video. What does that mean? That's such a dense thing to say. Like, is it... Did you see a real Green Goblin caught on video? Or someone was cosplaying Green Goblin? No, the Shadow game is awesome, I can confirm. Oh, okay. I remember there being guns and aliens. Aliens and the president, like, has a very sentimental picture of Shadow and Sonic. I'll send you the link to it. Yeah, please do. That's bizarre. Someone made a device that flies. Oh, like a glider. Is that what you're talking about? He says damn in hell. Wow, that's how you know I was cool. Man. All the Catholic nuns just like shuddering at the thought of Shadow the Hedgehog. Claire Obscure. Late to the party, I'm sure, but That game looked fantastic this year. Just Shapes and Beats. This was actually a recommendation from a viewer. It seems pretty neat. Return of the Obra Dinn. Oh, if you've never heard of this game, I already know I'm missing out. The Return of the Obra Dinn is a black and white detective game. Where you meet clues and you can like reverse time, sort of, in order to put together the mystery of a 35-person boat where literally everyone died. Oh, you already know it. Wow. Well, so I really want to play it. I haven't played it before, but I've heard it's fantastic. There was another one from, I think, last year called The Altars. Also heard it's great. Fallout New Vegas is here. Marvel Midnight Suns was here, and then I played it on my own, and it's fine. I honestly, I played the game, and then in about 2 hours, I felt like I had missed maybe 30 or 40 different chances to hear somebody's voice acting, and I just decided, fuck that. Like, I sort of dislike when a game has so much voice acting that I feel like I'm gonna miss it all, especially if it's like optional voice acting. I feel like that's like a buff or like a bonus of not having voice acting outside of cutscenes, where you can like, you just feel like you can completely blow by them without any recompense. But like, it is a fun game. Like if you want like a strategic Marvel game, it's probably hard to beat it. Papers, Please, of course, that was fantastic. The Spider-Man movie tie-in PS2 game, that game was actually so awesome, and it also, I think it changed my sense of humor. It has like a tutorial with a guy who's really funny. Legend of Spyro, Finding Nemo. I was gonna add something else to this list today, but I don't remember what it is. There's just a ton of games I want to play and show off. All right, so you sent me this Green Goblin thing. I want to go look at that, and then we're gonna... And then... Hato Full Boyfriend, that is... You know, that's gonna get played eventually. It was originally... I think that was the plan when but I didn't... I made like a whole lot of disconnects on my, on my freaking schedule for this week. I dinged that right up. Let's see here. Let's see this this clip. Real Green Goblin, huh? In quotes. There we go. Let's just see how real this Green Goblin is. If he's not throwing bombs that turn you into a skeleton, I'll be confused and disappointed. No, just... Wow, wait, look at him. Wait, what the fuck? That's awesome. He's on a drone, huh? So is this just what... Is Inside Edition news, or is this meant to be entertainment? Because I have to imagine this isn't worth the news. Are they just kind of giving context to a single short? I guess this is all it takes to get on the TV nowadays, is just to have one decent... Inside Edition is news. Are we sure? Yeah, I feel like gossip news. Yeah, you seem a little bit more astute there. Cool. The police department was like, we'll stop him. We'll get Spider-Man right onto this thing. We've got a direct line. That's pretty sick. I had never seen this 4 years ago. I hope they caught him. It's been a long time. That's sick. That must have been something that guy put a lot of effort into and was not like, oh yeah, like let me go check with the authorities real quick. You know, something I've noticed about this. So obviously or not obviously, maybe it is obvious, maybe it's not. I don't really use this browser personally much because I don't know. I don't want it to grab any random cookies. And then you guys learn a ton about heaven you're not supposed to. And then I gotta go wipe your brains personally. And you don't want me to do that. I might accidentally take like the name of your favorite pet or like a password you need on the way out. You know what I mean? But I could not for the life of me remember bookmarking this. List of islands by population. What the hell is this about? I might have accidentally done this when we used to do the food guesser game. I guess that must have been it. Okay, before we go transition and go play some Magic, I do want to do the Wordle, as always. Let's do. I guess we're gonna do Steam. That feels like a good one. I believe the person claimed that he got permission from the city to fly it. That's interesting. Okay, I guess then maybe he did ask permission instead of begging forgiveness. You know, and maybe that's all you need. I guess before I start flying through New York City and hitting people with pumpkin bombs, I'll just ask permission and maybe I'll get to do it too. I don't know, man. What don't you know? I don't know a lot of things. I feel like if there's something, what's something I feel like I don't know anything about? You know, despite my name and the fact that I really like birds, I feel like I don't know anything about birds. And I realized that like a while back because I was talking to someone and they told me about how many eggs a chicken can lay during like their egg laying season. And they were like, oh yeah, like a chicken can lay like an egg a day. And I was like, wait, what the fuck? I don't know why, but I never once thought about like what's the egg rate on that bad boy? What's the egg per second on that thing? I guess because in cartoons you see them laying on like nests with lots of little eggs in them, I just kind of assumed that they were laying like 6 at a time. I don't know why. I mean, not like through the hole. Like, of course, it's probably just one in line at it. It's a single file line. That's what I'm saying. Out of this chicken is coming a very orderly single file line of eggs. They lay eggs every day unless they're molting or in cold weather. Yeah, see? I had to have somebody teach me that. I had no idea. So, I you know, not much knowledge about birds up here in my brain. I think I got a guess for the Wordle. Oh yeah? What you got? Hit me. I haven't really thought too hard about it. I would probably go with like, I would want to use the R, but with an E. Is that an actual word? Or is this just a goof? I don't think that's a word. Huh, it's a city in Montana. I guess it's a proper noun. Looking critically, thinking critically. If you say so. I'm not guessing that though. Nah, try harder. Search for the definition? Are you sure? Okay. If you say so. A hill that abruptly rises from the surrounding area. Hey, wait, what the hell? It's like another word for a plateau. Is this a different kind of thing than a plateau? A knoll. Its use is prevalent in the western United States, including the Southwest, where mesa is used for the larger landform. Ah, okay. A truce. Oh, that's probably a pretty good guess. Wow, that's actually a fantastic guess. It even uses the R. How's it going, Eric? How are you? I'll give truce a try. Yeah, you even get to choose another vowel. I'm impressed with that guess. I hate the smug aura of your Discord profile pic. I feel mocked. Good. That was by design. I remember as soon as I was done drawing my emotes and I sat back and I looked at it, I was like, man, that is a punchable face. I was like, oh, good. I succeeded. How's your day going? What's something you learned today? That's what I keep asking people as they come on in. I think I learned something about the PS2. Oh, this is what I learned about the PS3. The PS3 was backwards compatible because it basically had all of the hardware of a PS2 and a PS1 in there. Like, in the box. Which is crazy to me. It's like finding out that, like, they had no... It's like when you find out that nuclear energy isn't, like, something fancy. It's just like, high-level, boiling of water. I learned today that I still like my plushies at 23 years old, and I'm proud. Hell yeah, plushies never get old, man. I have a mountain, an absolute mountain of VTuber plushies. Like an actual pyramid on top of the Blahaj. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think I might pronounce it wrong, but that cute little friggin' shark from IKEA. I got one of him. I got a little version of him too. And I've got Kabuto and a bunch of sharks and Gura. You have your plushie in your arms right now that you got when you were 1 year old, still by your side. Wow. What is it of? What is this little guy? I learned that whenever you meet a dog VTuber, you gotta ask them to say Rutro Raggy. It is worth it. That must be often. I feel like there's a lot of dog VTubers. That happens all the time, I would think. So, I don't know what this word might be, by the way. Is there an N in there, maybe? We didn't try L either. Well, it's a fluffy bear, but my stupid baby self thought it was a dog, so I named it Doggy. The Doggy the bear is kind of... Wait, that goes so hard. Whoa, Doggy the bear? Tell me that's not a sick, like, rapper name. Oh. If you ever see somebody dropping a very mid rap album under the name Doggy the Bear, just know that's my alter ego. I used to have a box of plushies, but I got rid of it when I cleaned out my closet. And now, it's my stuffed bear called Doggy. Yeah, you know what? That's a good story. And you know what? You don't need to hold on to every plushie, but I like to hang on to them. I don't think I have very many old ones though. I think Blahaj is probably my oldest, and even then, it's only like 2 years old. You have every single plushie you've ever gotten. Wow, that's hardcore. I remember I used to have some Neopets. Like they had Neopets in McDonald's toys. Hey, Josie Potato, thank you for coming to the stream. How's it going? Flute or glute? Those are both pretty good guesses. Those are fantastic guesses. I'm gonna go with flute because they wouldn't hit us with glute, right? Like that's crazy. Yeah, you got it. Nice job. I used to literally lay in them when I was smaller. Like instead of like just having pillows, you just covered in lots of little plushies. That sounds like such a good time. You got there. Nice. Good job. Take that home with you. Oh, also, what did you learn today? Could you imagine if that's so different, right? If you pop in a stream and the streamer's like, "Did you learn something today?" Like that would be so much worse. As opposed to what did you learn today? You show up and somebody asks you what did you learn today, and it's like, oh, I feel like I'm in grade school again. Bandle Tupac in the 70s? Let's do it. Let's do it. That's next on the list. We might do there's like have you ever seen this? It's called Clues by Sam. And hey, how's it going, Tenchi bro? Thanks for stopping by. This is like an insane logic puzzle one. We'll try it for a couple minutes after Bandle. I made a little cave under my bed, and I lived cuddling with my plushies and Big Brother. Wow, yeah, I can get that. I remember I once had like a bunk bed, and I was on the lower bunk, and we were up against the wall, and so you could just jam all the sides full of like stuffed animals and hoodies and crap, and you just feel like you're like in a warm, like a big sarcophagus. And then I puked in his bookshelf. What the hell? At the same time? Okay, well, that's some real brotherly abuse. But, you know, I don't think it really comes close to the stuff my brother and I would do. Tenchi bro and I would torture each other. Like, okay, neither of us liked to wear socks in bed, so we would take our socks off when we got in bed. And then what we would do is we would put one, like those long socks that go like halfway up your leg. We would put stuff one into the other, and then we would like whip them and fling them at each other. And the thing is that as the week would go on, we wouldn't like recover the socks. We wouldn't put them back in the laundry bag or anything. We would jam more and more socks into the same sock, so it got heavier and heavier. we would hit each other harder and harder, right? And that wasn't the only thing either. We would take water bottles and just like basically waterboard each other. And it was terrible because we were doing this in our beds. So like our pillows would be soaked just soaked completely. I mean, in retrospect, I guess it's good that angels are completely immune to mold because holy shit, that was not. Why were we doing that? What the fuck? Yeah, that's right. But like, it was like all in good fun. You know what I mean? Like, we would do this and it was always ending in absolute giggles and laughter. And then like Angel Papa or Angel Mama would like whip the door open and be like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Can't confirm the water bottles is true. See? Sometimes we would throw half empty water bottles or completely empty water bottles at each other. And like whoever was assigned the top bunk had like this advantage because you could like fling it and gravity's working in your favor, you know? See, Tenchi Bros in chat, he can confirm right now. Whenever I did something with my brother, it ended up with us insulting and punching each other. Jeez. No, thankfully, we were so tight that we could really annoy each other, and we knew we were doing it just to get a laugh. So it was like a different kind of vibe, I guess. But I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that we did that was like crazy. Happy Dia de las Velitas. Wow, thank you very much. Well, I didn't know that was today, to be honest. For those of you who don't know, every year there is a day, and I'm not sure if it's celebrated everywhere. Here, we can look it up right now. It's a day where, well, you're supposed to light up candles and basically, oh, I guess it's only a Colombian thing. Cool. And then we get to kind of talk about this. So, you set up paper lanterns and lots of little candles all over the street in Colombia. No, it's not the Day of the Dead because that's a different thing. That's a Mexican holiday. In Colombia, this is, I guess, based on this, it's to celebrate the Immaculate Conception, you know, and stuff. But have a good night, Eric. Thank you for stopping by. Tenchi, follow Beam. You guys used to fight when you were younger. I mean, you know, I think it's natural for siblings. And well, it's just the kind of relationship you end up with. Stop being so smug, for fuck's sake. I can't. I tried. And, well, it started to hurt, so it wasn't worth it. Stinky. I am a little bit of a brat, but I don't think I stink. I started the stream like 10 minutes of just talking about how nice it was to shower. Are you from Colombia? I am, yeah. I don't really talk about it all that much, but I am a Colombian angel. And that means I am bilingual. I don't really talk much in Spanish on stream, pero yeah, yo hablo en español. Es mucho más difícil hablar en stream en español porque no lo practico tanto, pero si quieren, yo he pensado quizás hacer un stream en español algún día, pero no es una prioridad. I do this for fun mostly. I don't know why, but I guess I've never thought of streaming in Spanish as something that would make a ton of sense, really. Okay, well, so what Eric has done is, in broken Spanish, you've asked me for titty pictures. Try again. Oh, and now you're asking... Well, again, in broken Spanish, it sounds like you're asking for no pictures of tits. And that I can supply. That is easy to do. I'm not giving you pictures of my tits right now. But no, yes. Thank you very much, Josie. Potato. It is the little candle day, Dia de las Velitas. So, I'm not sure if you're celebrating it. Enjoy it. I do remember as a little angel getting to light these up and watching this how pretty the streets are lit up by these. So it is a wonderful holiday. Thank you for the reminder. Let's play Bandle, huh? This is my favorite word in Spanish. All right, everybody fucking hold on to your hats here. I can't wait to hear this. We're gonna turn off the BGM though, and we're gonna keep doing the Bandle. Let's see. 2006, 443 million is pretty high, I feel like, for 2006. Hard. 2006 makes me think of Stadium Arcadium, There was not a ton of hits off of it for Red Hot Chili Peppers. 2006 also had, I think, Black Parade, right? Or was that 2004? Was the Black Parade 2006? 2006. So I'm thinking Black Parade. Gadgete. Shut up. That is what that is a all right word. It's pretty rude. My Angel Mom is 2006. What, like out of 10? I mean, you're kind of lowballing it, but sort of. If people start for the record, you are on thin ice, my man. If you start bad-mouthing my mom in anything even close to being interpretable as an insult, I will annihilate you, just so you know. And that is not a joke. Anyway, you ignored my words. That's so mean. Well, deal with it. Bro says he needs to be at work in 5 hours. Wait, really? I didn't even clock that. You got to get up and work 9 hours in 5 hours. Bro, I thought were you trying to go to sleep on like a human time? What happened? I could kick Eric's ass for you. It's not that serious. I'm just saying, be very careful. Oh yeah, I probably missed a ton of messages somewhere in there. You guys were going crazy. You want to be a Tenchi bro? Big whoop. Too bad. Die and go to heaven. Am I going to see the FNAF 2 movie? You know what? I have 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks before the end of the year. So probably, yeah. I'll find some time in there. Tenchi follow beam. Anyway, I bet this is here. I'm actually even going to pinpoint it down to the song, okay? Here's my guess. Because if it is the Black Parade and it's saying hard, then it's probably not Welcome to the Black Parade. I would think it's like, I'm going to just say House of Wolves right now. That's what I'm going to say. Oh, I was totally off. Huh. It's not anything from the Black Parade. Not anything from Red Hot Chili Peppers either. It sounds like waiting menu music. I don't think that gave me anything. We could run it back, but... I'm trying to just close the stream. No! This isn't an addiction you want. I promise. Just leave like a VOD on or something. That's the thing. Like, you could just watch a VOD. I guess you probably want the interaction. We tried this before and ignoring you didn't work. Don't know what to do. I guess I could ban you for like 15 minutes. I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna say I got no idea. I got next to no idea. I don't know. I'm just gonna type in My Chemical Romance. And we're gonna just guess this one anyway. That's fine. Stream? Strings? I said stream. Oh, this sounds more familiar. Coldplay? I haven't a clue. But that ending really sounded like I could maybe get it there. Viva La Vida? No. The strings in Viva La Vida are so iconic. It's like bum 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 bum. You know it. at the end there was like bum 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 bum. Viva, no, it's not Viva La Vida. There's no way. I'll guess it. I'll guess it out of respect to the guesses, but there's no way. Yeah, the strings are so different in Viva La Vida. It's a little bit higher pace too, isn't it? Let's listen to this part. Baited, bro. Yeah, well, this is what I get for trusting people on the internet. Could you imagine someone lying on the internet? I can't. I'm an angel. I'm pure of heart. Oh. That was a good clue. This sounds royalty free. Well, they have to, like, they're trying to give it to you, you know, like, I guess, yeah, probably. Pure of heart, I call bull. How do you know? Reach into my chest, stick it out, and you know, put it in front of you. It'll be crystal clear. I promise. It'll look like a crystal skull, but heart-shaped. There's like a clue in there. The electric guitar really I thought that helped. This is actually impossible. It sounds familiar though. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Something's in there, man. Ba-da-da-da-da. Tenchi follow beam. Freaking. There's something in there. I don't know what it is. There's a little guy. Some sort of female pop star. Yeah. Taylor Swift? I don't know. That electric doesn't sound Swift to me. But it's as close as we've gotten to a guess, I guess. Sure. Not Taylor Swift. Oh! Da, 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 da. Oh, we're close. All American Rejects? Would that be what? Swing Swing? Bum, bum, bum. I mean, All American Rejects had what? Like Move Along, Swing Swing, Dirty Little Secret, Gives You Hell. Angel Karaoke? I've done that from time to time on stream. It's definitely not any of the ones I named, I don't think, really. Ba-bum. Ba-bum-ba-bum. I played that song hundreds of times on my old iPad. Yeah, did you guys ever hear of this game? Okay, like, I have like 4,000 hours on TF2, right? It's no secret. I practically brag about it a lot. But the game I low-key might have more hours on is this one. It was like on iPod Touches, and it was called Tap Tap Revenge, and there was like a billion different versions of it. And before I really had any real taste in music, this is the shit I was playing. And I was playing it like 24/7, man. Tap Tap Revenge, best game of all time. Actually true. There's nothing that's ever been closer. Tap Tap Revenge Green Day edition was pretty good too. Yeah, I think that this game irreparably changed my musical direction. Mobile games were peak back then. They were, because they were single purchase normally. And I guess Tap Tap Revenge wasn't a single purchase thing, but still, it was fantastic. I remember playing it on the on the bus, and other kids would like look over my shoulder and see me doing this, and he'd be like, "What the fuck? How are you so good at this?" And it's like, "Oh, I don't sleep. I do this." Now it's ad-ridden slop or AI dating apps. Huh? Oh, you want me to play you a song on the world's smallest violin? I do think your guess for One Republic was a half decent one, though, I will say. But yes, go to sleep. You keep saying you want to go to sleep. Just go do it. Gather the willpower within you. I think that was a good choice. One Republic feels like it's right. What? I don't think any of these sound right, but I'm gonna... Nope. Oh! Of course! This has nothing to do with you! I'm a big girl now, or something. Because I'm not gonna move on from my place or some shit. What's the name of that? Big Girls Don't Cry. Fergie. This song went so fucking hard. Actually, Grown Women Don't Sob. I remember playing WarioWare DIY on my DS in preschool, and the other kids would watch me. Oh, that's in preschool? That's so young. Wait, what? I still have that game today. I've heard that one is a classic. And one of those games that's like very difficult to replicate anywhere else because the touchscreen and the dual screen was so like integral. Like you can't really do that over again. Okay, in retrospect, like, no, I wouldn't have gotten it here. Not here either. Tenchi follow beam. Man, like that makes me want to go check back and listen to this song. Holy cow. Okay, so I did want to show off this thing. It's like a logic game where you got this like 4x5 grid, and there are innocents and there are criminals, and each one gives you a clue about where an innocent or a criminal might be. Like, there is only one innocent below Donna, and Donna is here. Same as the one innocent, so these all have to be criminals, right? It's like a logic puzzle elimination thing. I don't like Nintendo games, but WarioWare is an exception. Why don't you like Nintendo games? That's a rare opinion. Just all of them across the board? Is it like... That normally sounds more like you don't like Nintendo as a company and its practices, as opposed to not liking Nintendo games. I like to dunk on Nintendo and Pokemon especially as much as the next guy, but I have to admit that, like, Metroid Dread was pretty dope. I like him anyway, you know? What don't you like about him, you know? All criminals in column B are connected. Only one of the two innocents, Henry, neighboring Henry, is Irwin's neighbor. So that's probably one of the ones we got to use right now. Irwin and Henry, and there's these three folks. One of the two innocents neighboring Henry is Irwin's neighbor. Okay, so there's one innocent here, and there's one innocent here, and the rest are criminals. Nicole has more innocent neighbors than Olivia. Here's Nicole. Olivia is here. And Nicole has one innocent neighbor. Henry, potentially two, maybe even three, maybe even four. So that doesn't actually help us much. Today must be pretty hard. This seems like a lot of work. I don't like Nintendo games because of their $80 games and their bullshit patents. Yeah, they're pretty anti-creative, anti-consumer, huh? And that stuff is pretty BS. But yeah, WarioWare is crazy, crazy creative, crazy. Lots of little mini games. And I guess I shouldn't say, I've never really played it much, but anyway, I'm not gonna do this because that seems like a lot of work, but thank you for joining me for the Bandle and such. And now we're gonna go do Arena. At least once, oh boy, once it opens up. You've been thinking of making a game like WarioWare. That sounds pretty interesting and challenging. Because like those micro games, a lot of them were using the touchscreen, right? So you have to be creative with the peripheral. You have to be very creative with, I guess if you make it on PC, you've got both the mouse and the keyboard to play with. And also a lot of people do have microphones and webcams. So, you know, you can make it a game that's like kind of expecting people to bring a little bit more to the table than usual, I suppose. Wow, God. You know, I should probably get in the practice of not moving VTube Studio, because every time I do, I freak out on stream for you. And, well, I don't mind it, but it's just not very angel professional, is it? Angel Freshenal. Pro Angel. No. Wait, keep working on it. Somebody will come up with it. Anyway, oh no. Black screen. Everyone's scared. Oh, here it is. Look, it's Aang. He's your favorite little boy. Right? He's your favorite teenager. I guess he's a teenager. Adding a few other elements so Nintendo can't sue me. I wonder what aspects of it they've managed to patent too. Like, you know, also, where do they patent them? I think that they'd have to patent them in the US as well for it to be all that impactful to like a relevant market, right? Because most countries don't really respect patents from other countries, I don't think, right? I'm not a patent guy. I wouldn't know. Okay, so we have time for probably one stream. One draft is what we're gonna do. And we're gonna do it. I'm hoping to do, I don't know. I just want to play cool rares, so we're just gonna pick every rare probably. Thankfully, they patented summoning creatures to fight enemies. Thankfully, that's probably getting removed. So, what does it mean when they patented it? Like, did they actually submit and also successfully get one? That seems really hard to do. But, you know, I guess if anybody's gonna have the power and resources to patent something as simple as that, it's gonna be Nintendo. It's too bad because I do think they have a lot of IPs with genuine creativity. And I don't know, compared to some of the crap that Sony and some of the other folks do, like, Nintendo's more on the creative side, don't you think? But also, I guess Sony and the other folks, I don't know how aggressively patentous? I don't know. Anyway. We're gonna crush today. I feel it in my heart. In my pure Tenchi heart. Ooh, whoa, that's special. We got well, that's really specific. This is one of those screenshot cards. They don't come up often. But it looks cool, right? Kind of. I mean, it looks different. Honestly, the art is sort of terrible, but this is not usable really, though. It only hits white and blue creatures, which makes it a lot worse. Aang's Iceberg seems pretty good, though. Works on anything. I'm patiently waiting for Steam to win the console wars and watch the other companies panic. I mean, I do love PC gaming, is what I can tell you. The games are so cheap, and every time I get a game for like $6, I feel like a genius. Like, I got this game the other day called Risk of Rain 2. Haven't played it on stream because I've been planning to play it with friends, but holy cow, that game is good. And I got it for like $6. $6 or $8 or something. And I was so happy about how much I got it for that I went and bought it for like 3 of my friends. Best card here is probably Hermetic Herbalist in a vacuum. Cave of Two Lovers is good, so is Glider Staff. I'm thinking Glider Staff because we picked the Iceberg, that we were kind of in white. I do like the Herbalist a lot, though. And there's a world where we don't go white. I don't know. What do you guys think? Grandma or Aang? Quick, you have 8 seconds. Quick, fast, fast, now! Oh god! Time's ticking! Oh lord! I'm picking Grandma. Sorry. Hope you wanted Grandma. Oh, good, you did. Second Grandma. Grandma Tribal? Wait, that's actually not even that bad. Maybe we do green, blue, splash white for the Aang's Iceberg. Best card in the pack is probably Cave of Two Lovers or Razor Rings. Razor Rings goes well with the Aang's Iceberg. That puts us solidly in white. Ostrich Horse is good. Agna Kala is okay. The thing is that Grand is only good if you're already, like, have payoffs. So that puts me towards Cave of Two Lovers, Agna Kala, or the Ostrich Horse. But they're not like bangers. None of these are like bangers, you know? So I'm gonna grab this one because this is the closest thing to an actual banger we have here. Steam has good customer service and a sense of humor. Yeah, Steam gives off the sense that it is like a company comprised almost entirely of people that actually care about games. Which is, I guess, rare. Definitely. And more grandma. It's okay. She might get passed around, you know? She's a granny that's going to go around the world and come right back to us. Lightning Strike or Firebending Lesson is really good. Razor Rings is solid again. Watery Grasp is better than Razor Rings. These are okay 2-drops, but with a lot of removal on the table, I don't want to take them. It's kind of between do we like Zuko or Fire and Aang better than Azula. Personally, I like Azula better, but I think that this card is better, so I'm a little torn. Yeah, let's just take Aang. Jet's brainwashing. Isn't that fucked up? Sorry, Jet. Watery Grasp is really good removal. And the red sucks. This pack is not good. This black card is okay. The Watery Grasp is fine. The Cycle of Renewal is okay. We're just gonna take the Grasp. That's why Gaben is known as Video Game Jesus. Yes, of course. And also, he helped to make TF2. I feel like everybody on the internet has a reason to like Gabe. It's kind of a surprise, really. I'm just holding my breath for the inevitable evil turn that people that rich generally have, but... Walltop Sentries is okay. Leaves from the Vine is good if you do lessons, and we do have one lesson. Actually, it's pretty good even if you don't do lessons, but you only want, like, one of these. I can't believe they turned this into a card. Look at how fucking sad Iroh looks. He's just melting. But we're taking it. We're not taking this one. We don't need two of them. Rowdy Snowballers is okay. It looks like we're doing red, blue, green, probably. Origin and Metal Bending is all right. It's almost worth playing just because of that art. It's just fantastic. Look at that. Like the bizarre effect that they did, like the seismic effect around her hands and legs. Awesome. This 2-drop is fine. I think I'm not really happy with anything in this pack, to be honest. I guess this is a lesson, but it's not a good lesson. I don't want to play it. Here, we'll do this. Waterbending Scroll is really good if you're heavy blue, but we're not. Just out of curiosity, Turner, have you played a lot of, like, Valve games? You know, like Portal, TF2, Half-Life, CSGO? I've played a ton of TF2, and I've played Portal 2. I intend to play Portal 1 someday. You know, if I never play Half-Life, I'm not going to be too upset about it. I guess I like this. No, well, whatever. We picked it. Okay, here's our first... This was originally our first pack. It looks like the Rending Volley went all the way around. Nobody wants it. The white is terrible in this pack. I mean, honestly, we're not going to play anything here. I think we take this land because it lets us maybe splash Aang's Iceberg. This 5-drop I think is pretty good, but so is this adorable otter penguin. Look at this guy. They're so fucking happy. Also, I love that this type line makes me like appreciate that penguins are birds. Like sometimes it's so easy to forget. That's a bird though. I like the cavalry better though. They're just scarier. Abandoned Attachments is fine. We need lessons eventually. These aren't a great one. This isn't a great one, I should say. We have, what, one lesson right now? Yeah. That's fine. This is a green card and it's a good card, so I guess we'll play it. Sure, that is a lesson too. Zhao the Moonslayer. You know, my favorite VTuber made a video about this. I do want to try Half-Life and Portal someday, but right now I have a list of games to get through first. What's at the top of the list? I feel you though. I also have a very long list of games to play. Top is fan-freaking-tastic. It is a game changer. That is a bomb. This is a reason to go play White again. So now we're looking at our blue cards with heavy scrutiny. Oh gosh, this Azula is actually the best card in the whole set. But we're like our colors are all over the place, but we're mostly blue, green, and red. It's too much black. Like, we can't cast that. Somebody passed this to us though too, which is crazy. I guess if we went, we'd basically have to glue exclusively blue-black. It's like not even the same colors as Toph, but she's better than Toph for sure. Oh, that's tough. If we do blue-black, what do we play? Oh, what do you think, chat? Are we just taking Azula and shifting here, pivoting? Maybe. Okay, well, I think that's what we're gonna do. Wow, getting past an Epic Downfall and a Toph the Blind Bandit. These are both fantastic cards. We could do like, I think we're just gonna take the Epic Downfall and we'll see slowly what comes together. Best card in the pack is probably Toph, but I think we're trying to cut the green out, right? Yeah. Maybe we do like Grixis, splash black for Azula, basically. If we're splashing black, but we're heavy blue, red, green, I think we take the It'll Quench You. Right now, you're doing your Undertale pacifist route. After that, you're thinking of doing GTA Vice City. Fun. Do you play your games off stream too? Like, do you find time to play video games outside of stream, or is it mostly on stream? I have found that I don't play very many video games anymore off stream. And I do miss it because it's a very different experience, you know? Well, here, this is a pretty good, you know, black card. Boomy is pretty solid in Lessons, too. I don't know. I think we take the solid black card and we're okay with it. Blue-black is, I mean, that's a very good tap land. Very good. Especially since we're not heavy black. The only other thing I'm looking at is the court official. No, you focus on Game Maker and pixel art. Yeah, I get you. It's too bad, really, though. Like, I don't know. We're no longer playing the gates here. This pack has almost nothing for us. Maybe there's a world we go back to Lessons. Come crawling back. This card isn't terrible, but it's not worth a card, I don't think. I guess we could play it. We do have one lesson. 2 lessons, actually. Excuse me. This is pretty good in green-black. It's not great outside of it. It's weird. Like, I wish this Azula was just a different color is all. I don't know that we grab that yet. We don't have enough lessons to support it. Ugh. Sure. What the heck? That's a really solid card to be passed so late. We'll take the Swamp Cycler. Another 3-drop in black, sure. Okay. We have so many tap lands. Maybe we just go 5 color. We go full green 5 color. And then we lose immediately. Oh, what the heck? Okay, this card is fantastic. This card is also fantastic. Lost Days is okay. Octopus Form is okay. Is there ever a world where we abandon black? Abandon black. Except for maybe Azula. Put back in the green-blue. Oh my lord, I want to play it all. I want to do everything. What do we do? What do we do? We have 13 seconds to figure it out. I say we just pick the Grand Lotus and we... Oh, this land is unbelievable! Okay, we're definitely... Okay, sorry Azula, we're not playing black. We're doing green blue. Second Bossing Say, what is happening? Who's passing these? Okay, just for people who don't really play Magic, this is a land that can make creatures. And in Limited, the gameplay is really slow. So the fact that this makes you a creature is basically like, it's like you're drawing 3 cards. It's really powerful. I'll take a Badger Mole. We kind of want more lessons too. So there's some merit to the octopus form. There's also 1, 2, 3, arguably 4. So it's like 3.5 pieces of removal we have right now. So we do still need removal, but we can figure it out later. Maybe. We don't have a ton of picks. Walltop Sentry seems fine. Zuko's Exile seems okay too, though. We need more creatures, so we're gonna pick the Sentries, I think. Also got College too, so there's that. Yeah, College would take up a lot of time. Dragonfly Swarm is fantastic. Oh, I want that Pools as well, but well. Is there anything in this pile we could take? Oh, good, we actually already have a Zuko's Exile. I didn't notice that. Dang, okay. Second Cave of Two Lovers seems okay. It's a late Swamp Snare Trap, that's a solid card. Platypus Bear seems good too. Unfortunately, it's not much of a threat. This is a solid lesson. How many lessons do we have? We normally want like 8 lessons, so I think we take one more. The Cave of Two Lovers is a better card overall, but I think we take the Badger Mole. The other thing is, like, okay, how much removal are we leaving on the table? Like, there's a world here where we could go green, white, black. Oh, nice. Third Badger Mole? It's not that good, is it? I'd probably just take the tap land. Turtle Duck. Adorable. Yeah, why not? I guess we need a threat. Why not? Dang, that seems late for this guy, but well. You just got a silly idea. Lay it on me. I love silly ideas. I'm a silly guy. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, another Platypus Bear. I'm glad we didn't pick the second one. Okay, this deck is crazy. So, when you just look at the straight up bombs, Bossing Say is a bomb. It's a late game bomb, but it's a bomb. Azula is a bomb. Toph and Iroh are bombs. So, I mean, unfortunately, these are all over the color spectrum. I think, what happens when we add our removal? So we have Aang's Iceberg, Iloquentia, Watery Grasp, Lost Days, Epic Downfall, Firebending Lesson. Origin of Metal Bending isn't removal, but it is interaction. So we have 2 blue, 1 black, 1 white, 1 green, 1 red. We're spread all over the place. Actually, make it 3 blue. So for that reason, I think that we need to go blue. Which means, sorry, Toph, we're not playing you. Since we're playing Toph, we're not playing white, so we don't play Aang's Iceberg, which is too bad. Finch, whenever someone is confused about Magic the Gathering and asks a question, you control them by explaining it in Spanish. Well, there's an idea. Like, they're listening for like 10 seconds and they're like, wait a second, I can't understand this. And it's not for the normal reason. You know what? It's really too bad. I would love to play this Azula, but I think that we just can't. Like, the only reason to play her is herself and the Epic Downfall, so. Okay. We're light on removal, that's for sure, but I'm pretty sure as long as we can, like, activate Bossing Say a billion times, we're gonna win. We've already put in all of our removal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of interaction. Oh, we can also add Zuko's Exile. That's 6 pieces of interaction. I think that's all we've got. We don't really have a way. I guess we have a blue-white tap land. We could maybe splash for the Aang's Iceberg. Throw in this guy and this guy. And this guy. Our mana is actually really good. These two. Swarm. Double Badger Mole. Leaves from the Vine. Wild Top. Yep. Oh, I guess that 3-drop is kind of interaction. Cave of Two Lovers. How many lessons are we at? 6. We probably want at least one more. 2 if we can swing it, but there's only 2 more options. I guess we could do Waterbending Lesson and that's fine. Then Turtle Duck. And what is our curve like? It's sort of insane. We need another 2-drop. We don't have any options. Thanks for lurking, Tyler, Turner. I really appreciate you hanging out. Maybe you learned something about Magic. We have a lot of 5-drops. Maybe we just jam the Abandoned Attachments. Hope the opponent doesn't, like, overrun us. I think the first game will define whether we play the white, like we've splashed the white, but we have so many tap lands that it seems okay for him. I'm risky. I'm a risky angel. We have the main 3 colors. We have a counterspell on 2 plus a threat, so I think we keep it. We're gonna quench him, and we're gonna say hello because we're polite. Unlurk. I heard that. Oh, me accidentally saying Tyler instead of Turner. Well, my tongue got tied. How come everybody's name has to start with T, huh? That's not my fault. Oh, awesome. Now we even drew something to do if we don't counterspell them. I think if we do this, we probably discard the Origin. I mean, I don't love that. It's like one of our only pieces of interaction. So maybe I don't. I don't cast anything. I just wait till we start flooding. Or I discard the land. No, I want the land because I want to cast the Swarm. We'll wait for them to cast a spell. Come on, opponent. Don't you want to be quenched? Look at him. It looks drinkable. No? Ow. Yeah. I ain't casting nothing. I will cast my Dragon Insect. At least it's better than the time Sparkles accidentally called me Tumor. What's wrong with Tumor? That's a perfectly good name for anyone. I'm gonna start naming my plushies Tumor. Opponent plays a 2-mana enchantment that makes 1/1s. This is unfortunately a bad matchup for us, actually. If he manages to make a ton of 1/1s, our deck just does not deal with that very well. Oh, we got all 4 colors. All 4 colors. I think with that many lands, I am willing to cast this right now. Oh, there's Bossing Say. Oh, Bossing Say, my beloved. Pretty sure I just attack for 1, keep up the counter spell. I really need this to hit something. Maybe she called you Tumor because she knows you're gonna exponentially grow. Huh? Opponent casts a 1/1. I mean, I don't really feel like trading with it and counterspelling it, but then he doesn't get the 1/1, I guess, so sure. And if he pays 2, then I guess that's fine too. He doesn't get to draw a card. Sure. I'll discard the Origin. Yeah, I have a 3/3 now. And now without guilt, I can go make a 2/2. And we're going to Pound Town, hitting you for 5. There is some argument for going with the Hermetic Herbalist. But like I said, like, our opponent, they win by kind of grinding out value. And this gives us infinite value, but we don't have infinite time to do it. No, she misread the name. I know, I'm just goofing, man. I guess if you like just glance quickly, it sort of looks like Tumor Tonker. And that kind of sounds like it could be a job, like some sort of strange doctor. I hope we draw a land, and if we do, then we do Hermetic Herbalist plus Bossing Say. I think, right? Because that would give us... Well, it would give us Exacties, which means that we don't have enough to attack with the island. Opponent kills the Dragonfly Swarm by sacking the clue, pays the ward. This draws us a card. That does seem wise. That was a lot of damage it was going to deal. Wonderful. There's a land. I do still think we go forest and place the counters on the island. Okay, opponent doesn't play anything. That's a lot of open mana. I still think that we're the beatdown is the weird thing. So in Magic, there's this idea of who is the beatdown. Basically, that means who is the person that wins the game if the game goes really, really long. And I think, unfortunately, because our opponent has the Tolls of War, he keeps making 1/1s and probably beats us. But the Granny helps us to cast this Lost Days. It helps us to keep bossing saying. I think we're going to do it. It's fine. This kind of splits opponent's attention, right? Like, he has to either deal with the Herbalist or the island, but he probably can't deal with both. Probably. Go back. Enjoy the lurking. Thanks for lurking. Catman. Well, what you got? The Fervent. You can't see his name, but it is up there. Our game plan will be to continue... Okay, that's a pretty strong card. That can turn these 1/1... I mean, this is a powerful combination. If you keep making 1/1s... and now keep putting counters on things, too? How come that didn't trigger? Oh, because he chose not to attack. I see. Okay. So, I think we cast Badger Mole because this is the most aggressive play we can make. Opponent is highly pressured here. Yeah, the trample makes that kind of pointless for opponent. Yeah, these Badger Moles plus the Bossing Say is gonna carry this set of games. It's really good that we drew this, because now he can't just ignore this land. It's gonna slowly slaughter him. This is still a really powerful combination, but we'll see how long he can get by on that. Opponent is not drawing faster than us either. He's at 26 cards left down in the deck. Decking yourself is a real thing in Magic. If you have an empty library, your deck is called your library. Oh, second Bossing Say is crazy. We don't actually have the mana to activate 2 of them at once, but we still play it. It's so good that they're not legendary. Thank you. Thank you, Designer Chans, or whatever. Let's make another threat, though. Here's an interesting quandary. Do we have 1, 2, 3, 4, so we can activate Bossing Say again and just attack with a 6/6 and a 4/4. There's also something to be said for trying to swing for lethal. I don't know. Okusenman, how's it going? How are you? I've been asking people who come into stream today, what's something you learned today? Something I learned is that this grandma is ready to go to war and can kill 2 trained soldiers. I think I'm supposed to be kind of greedy here. Right? No, wait, no, there's no way. He just dies, I'm almost certain. Yeah, you just die, so guy. I learned that you really shouldn't tumble dry or heat dry, well, anything made of cotton. Okay, opponent plays a trick. They were dead if I didn't attack with the 4/4, but well, I still made a 2/2 for free. I'm not too upset. The trample's gonna make this, the lack of trample's gonna make this harder. I learned I could get peer pressured into a $40 tournament pretty easily. Oh no, was this a Digimon tournament? And how did it go? Did you recoup your losses? At least in fun, you know? I think if you could justify that it was $40 of fun, then it's okay, you know? Holes of War, second one. This is a really powerful engine. Okay, opponent gets 2 1/1s, draws a card, has 3 mana untapped. They're starting to draw through their deck faster than me. I don't think it's going to come to Fatigue, though. Or... Fatigue is what it was called in Magic. Oh, second clue. He's desperate to find an answer and does not have one. I think we fire up the Bossing Say, make another 2/2, and opponent calls it good. I've seen enough. You have too many 2/2s. Yeah, that land is a house. I wish it was that good in Commander, but it's making me appreciate what makes Field of the Dead so good. Yeah, they released a new advanced deck, and no, I did not. Oh no. What was the tournament like though? Like, did you enjoy yourself? Were there a lot of friends? Did you get to play against a friend? I have not played against my own friends very much in tournaments, unfortunately. Dang, I would keep this if this Ira was a land, probably. But I cannot. I can only cast the Eloquentia. Chances are I don't draw another land. Let's just mull. This is not much better. But it is better. I think we keep 6, we drop the Aang's Iceberg. Our plan is probably to play the Platypus Bear, and then hope the attachments finds us some more lands. And hopefully a green land, specifically. Opponent plays a 1-mana 1/1. Aggressive. It was a small tournament. Turns out a regional was happening in another city. Oh! Does that mean that there was, like, less attendance, you think? Opponent is curving out. Oh, that's one of my favorite threats in the whole deck, so that's a bummer. The white-black deck isn't really good at curving out, though. Like, most of your creatures are pretty small. Opponent attacks in for 1. My Platypus Bear is intimidating and scary and big, but it cannot really do much against a menace creature. So, this is kind of awkward. Not sure what to do. We don't have a really good play against this. We could draw. We can't even draw Watery Grasp because we milled it, so there's no reason to cast this right now. I think we just passed. My locals are the sweaty locals, so most of them went to it. Okay, so it's like kind of a... I would hope it's kind of a chill tournament, right? Okay, opponent fires up a 4/4. Swings in with the fire bending. They didn't play a land, which suggests they don't have a land. No blocks. I'll take 5, unfortunately. I guess this is the point where I cast Abandoned Attachments. Double Badger Mole means I probably discard a Badger Mole. Ooh, Bossing Say is great. Unfortunately, opponent is the beatdown, so it's like a worse card in this matchup. Opponent doesn't do anything with the mana. Plays a 3-mana 2/3. Yeah, I mean, they're playing cards, and I'm not playing cards, so this is going to be a tough game. Bossing Say, second Platypus Bear. Let's see. Yeah, I would have liked the snowballers, I guess. Jeez. This is tough. Plays a land. Does not swing out with the team, just the kids. Plays Kyoshi Warriors, though. Still has action. Yeah, opponents had a very good draw this game. Let's do Badger Mole. We're gonna Badger Mole. Make this land a creature. No attacks. Yeah, now you can start flexing this to draw cards, basically. Opponent draws a 2-mana 1/2. You could put that counter on the vehicle and make it kind of difficult for me to block, I guess. I guess they're just going to put it on the kids. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time playing against a certain level of competitive player. Like, a lot of comp players are just not interested in, like, trying to help teach you or anything, and that really gets annoying. It gets under my skin, I guess. It's tough. I can Earthbend into having a 6/6, but I don't know what that does for us. Lost Days does answer the Glider Kids for a hot second, I guess. But they can draw it back with the Water Tribe Rallier, which is not ideal. It does eat a counter. Everything else we can block for a while, too. We're kind of hoping to just draw lands, I guess. Because drawing lands will open up the Bossing Say. My locals are very sweaty, but they're friendly and will help you and give you advice. That's pretty cool. I would say that I have not been quite so lucky. Another flyer. Wow, that sucks. We'll have plenty of targets to eat, too. Opponent swings out with a 3/4. I think we do just Lost Days that. That's because you play Magic? Alright, you're probably right. Oh no, I never once thought about that. Could the other communities be nicer? Oh, you're totally right. Everybody's such a jerk. Yeah, opponent's gonna get to draw those Glider Kids. This is just ridiculous. Like, opponent hasn't flooded out. They haven't drawn anything irrelevant. I mean, they just played a bunch of stuff, bunch of crap. Damn. I don't see us coming back from this, to be honest. Second Bossing Say does not really do it. I mean, we could even attack with this as a 6/6, but opponent... I don't think it matters to opponent. Honestly, I'm not even sure if we have another turn. Because opponent can attack for 2. Crew this up, swing with a 4/4, a 3/3. And then swing for 4 besides. We would have to tie up with the 4/4. I guess we can block the 3/3. Yeah, I don't see us winning the game without finding an answer for one of the flyers. That's not really an answer. Let's discard the planes. How could we have won this game? I'm not sure. We haven't had the ability to answer a single card of theirs, and they played first and had the tempo advantage from the beginning. Yeah, that's pretty good for them. Although I guess they rejected the Glider Kids. They decided to put that on the bottom somewhere. Should have played more Birds of Paradise. You're right. I should have just freaking had 7 Chancellors of the Dross in my hand at the beginning, and then I would have won. How come I didn't think of that? I should have drafted 7 of them. If you're unfamiliar, the Chancellor... For anyone in chat that's unfamiliar, the Chancellor of the Dross is a card that at the beginning of the game drains the opponent for 3. So if you have 7 in your opening hand, which you can't really, but if you do, they die before the game even really begins. Okay. Opponent's not committing to an all-out attack. Fair enough. They don't take the clue, even though it can provide some card draw and life gain, which is a surprise. Yeah, I mean, you... Well, couldn't you have taken a clue there for free, though, anyway? Am I crazy? There's 2 creatures in there. I don't know why he didn't eat a creature. He must be afraid of Iroh. Which I guess is fair. If we do draw Iroh, he does something. Origin of Metal Bending can actually answer the Tundra tank, which is pretty good. And the Zuko is not bad either. I think we don't attack. I think we plan to Zuko Raven Eagle. And hopefully they commit all out with an attack, including the tank. And when we can delete the tank and the Eagle, he gets surprised. I'll show you the Chancellor of the Dross that I was talking about. It's a cool card, a weird one. Oh, that sucks. They're airbending lessening something. The Badger Mole. Well, I don't have an answer to that, so sure. That was at the end of my turn? Wow, that sucks. Except that it doesn't, because you did it at the end. Can I not? Oh, okay, you did it on end step. Okay. At first, it looked like you kind of messed up. Yeah, here it is. It's a vampire, actually. I guess it must be like a Phyrexian vampire or something. It is. You reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do at the beginning of the first upkeep, each opponent loses 3 life. You gain all that life. Yeah, it's a baller card. So if you have 7 of them, opponent loses 21 and then you win the game. Yep, they're firing up the Tundra tank. They cast a second Tundra tank. This is weird. I haven't seen like a black-white curve out deck. Like, it just doesn't care about actually... I don't know, like... Opponent eats... This time he decides to eat a creature. We're gonna do it before that resolves. So that way opponent doesn't get a chance to crack a clue and drain me for one. You bet. Maybe I was supposed to blow up the tank, but then he might have not committed to a full all-out attack like he's doing right now. Opponent cracks a clue right now. You might draw something to protect the tank, so I blow it up right now. We might still be dead despite all this, though, too. Like, it's a lot of damage coming this way. Opponent cracks the clue, doesn't get to do anything else with the rest of their turn. So... 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We gotta block at least 5 damage. I think the most profitable way to do that is to double block the engineer, block the 3/3 and lose, and then I'm down to 1. Ugh, that still sucks. Like I don't see us coming back from that, but I'm not sure that there's anything else we can do. I guess we could take 1 less damage, and then we're not just instantly lethalized by the Inspector. But then they only lose a 1/2, and they get another counter. So they can put the counter over there, which means it's pretty much equivalent, actually. Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And I mean, opponent is still in a very good spot. We basically need to draw Iroh, and even then, it's not looking great. Plays a swamp, passes. Well, that's not really Iroh. We do have a 2-mana guy that, like, makes a 2/2. That's solid. A 5-mana 5/5 is good and better than a 4-mana 4/4, but they're about to play May, and I can only play one of these cards anyway, so... But 5 blockers versus 5 attackers, and one of them is a menace. This isn't complicated. Opponent should just boot up the Tundra tank and go to town, and I just die. That's all it is. I'm dead on board. Yeah, I mean, okay. I guess opponent doesn't realize and read the board, but good job, opponent. Curved out pretty well. I think we did put up a decent fight considering where everything ended up. Yeah, you got it. Did that Aang matter? Wait. I'm pretty sure it didn't. Sure, we had fun. Why not? He also, if he was doing this correctly, he should have crewed the Tundra tank with the Aang, but I'm not sure that that mattered, right? Because we had the Badger Mole, that's 5 creatures. If he hadn't... Yeah, if he hadn't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is still two creatures with menace, so... Am I missing something? Did he lose a creature somehow? Oh no, I guess he did need the Aang. Right? Because we double block, 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 block. No. Yeah, this is 5 attacking creatures, and we had 5 blockers. This didn't change anything. Whatever. It doesn't matter. We probably have at least one more game in us before I gotta go. I don't think our colors messed us up there. I think it's just, although we did have to put away the Aang's iceberg. We're just kind of a slow deck. Maybe we drop the rough Rhino Cavalry, add in the Ruffians? That seems okay. Let's do it. I think the thing that I both like and hate about Limited, the thing that's so special is that you're like on a timer, you know? The pressure is on. It's like the difference between, I don't know, like speed painting versus just chilling and painting. Double Bossing Say. We're missing an island, though, which is pretty important. But we have a 2-drop and double Bossing Say. I mean, 1 Bossing Say is not much. 2 Bossing Say is not much better than 1, but we're definitely playing it. Oh, I guess that interest tap. Doesn't really matter. We'll play a mountain. We'll play a platypus bear. We hope we don't see any islands. Well, we didn't want to see those cards either. Oh well. Let's play a forest. And nothing else. Oh, I guess we get to attack. That's good. Opponent takes 2. They left up 2 mana. Didn't do anything. Kind of suggests a quest. A Eloquentia. Opponent mills 3 and hits no land. Gets a 4/2. To me, a 3-mana 2/2 that cannot block this turn is pretty equivalent to a 3-mana 3/1. It's tricky. Because this trades already. I guess we need a setup to trade into their 4-drop, so... Fine. No attacks. I want to take trades. I think opponent is beat down, right? Although the true ancestry seems to suggest otherwise. Ugh, jeez. Swinging in for 4, getting the land. I think we do this. What's Earthbend onto Bossing Say? Another land, still not an island. That is pretty terrible. Yeah, we kind of signed ourselves up for this. Opponent can't attack with the bear without trading, which feels pretty good. Oh, I'd love an island of one of those islands for opponent. Opponent seems to be suggesting that they have a pump or something, but if they do, so be it. We've spent like a half a card on this. Sure. I'll take a plains at this point, jeez. We do have a white-blue tap land, which would be perfect, I guess, kind of. I wonder if we were ever supposed to double block there. Dude, really? Oh my gosh, we're being so uber punished for our greed. Our color greed. And, I mean, this card is crazy. It's activated twice. He's going to get to activate it 2 more times this turn. We fucked up. We shouldn't have kept this hand. I guess you run the numbers and, like, the likelihood of drawing an island is pretty low. This might be the game that gets me to drop the 4th color, drop the Aang's Iceberg. At the same time, though, island on top, or plains on top into an island on top, we could still come back. Opponent Earthbends 2, makes it 2/2. Gains 2 life. Swinging out for 10, I would assume. Just for 8. One, two, three, four, five. He can put a counter on this. Even if he does, we still just, like, eat it. Oh, he can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. Well, in that case, we'll give you the platypus bear, and you lose your regular bear. Sorry, Bosco. Yep. Opponent goes in for 5. And I guess there's some merit to killing Bossing Say, because I can turn it into a 4/4 next turn. Yeah. I didn't think it was enough merit either. Seriously, please! An island! A single island! Mega 4/4, no attacks. Jeez. Opponent can swing in for 5. Put, like, 2 counters on it, which is crazy. It's kind of weird. I guess forcing them to commit all that mana, or at 5 mana, is, like, fine, I think. I'm not losing a card, you're not losing a card. I'm not losing any life either, so that doesn't seem so bad. Yeah, okay. Sure. Come on. Planes. Okay, that's tough. Well, that's kind of irrelevant at this point. I guess that he's really unlikely. Seriously? I'm just gonna hang it up. That's disappointing, to say the least. Yeah. Another game where we would have won if we just played Birds of Paradise. Let's see. So, that was unfortunate. Let's drop the Iceberg and the North Pole Gates. How about Suggest Lands? Wait, why is it suggesting so few islands? We're not that... We have a lot of blue, right? Oh, no, it's not very many mountains it's suggesting. I guess that's okay. We just need role fillers. We just need creatures that'll block. We have enough late game. We need early game. How many lands is that? 17? Did I add another creature? What cards have felt stupid? This Leaves from the Vine will probably feel pretty stupid when we get it. I just hope we get one... We're gonna do one more game. I hope we get one game with Iroh. That's like the worst thing about... Or not the worst thing about Limited, but like... I don't know. Not getting to actually play your cool bomb rare. That's sad, isn't it? Bossing Say has been showing up every single game, though. Which is sick. I love that card. Our main 2 colors. A piece of removal we can't play, but we do have a 3-drop. I don't know. This hand doesn't have a plan. This hand is worse. Why did we keep the... Why didn't we keep the other one? Jesus. Okay, this gives us all of our colors. We're gonna put away 2 cards. I think we keep the Herbalist. The Cave of Two Lovers is the kind of card that can bring us back. I think we have to take this, and we really hope opponent doesn't have, like, a Lightning Strike. If they have a Lightning Strike, I guess... we're just going home. Aggressive 1-drop. Not a land, either. This is looking bad. We have 2 more draws for a land, so it's not impossible to make this happen. Swings in for 1. I guess an It'll Quench It could also really screw this up, too. They bounce it back to draw a card and then replay it? They're just looking to cycle, huh? Drawing a mountain there is clutch. If the opponent doesn't answer that creature with like a snare or whatever, we get to cave. And if they do, we get to Earth Village Ruffians, which isn't so bad. Okay. Bunch of untapped mana. They could Eloquentia us. If they do, that's not great, but you gotta make them have it. And they didn't have it. I think we do trade a 1/1 for a 1/1. They get a clue, but this card does a ton of other stuff. And when are you supposed to take trades? Do you take trades when you're the beatdown, right? Or is it the other way around? I think you take trades when you're control. Opponent plays Guru Patik. No hits. Woof. Swings in. We don't want to let you draw, really. Nah. Let's go find a mountain. Oh, nice. It was the last one, too. Let's make a 2/2. Next turn, that'll turn into a 5/5 with the Cave of Two Lovers. I hope we draw something, though. We've drawn 3 lands. We have, what, like a lot of action on the bottom? Did we shuffle already? Oh, yeah, from the cave. Opponent plays a swamp. And that play was really confusing to me. I guess they must have a bad hand. They must have a bad hand, but they want to aggressively play for a better one? Odd. Okay, play another island. Swing out for 5. Opponent lost dazes it. That really stinks. Oh, that sucks. I don't want to draw more lands. No, we'll play a 3-drop. What you got now, opponent? I hope we draw that attachments. If we can drop the attachments, that'd be fantastic. Get rid of one of these lands, draw some real action. At this point, we've seen, what, 6? Or Bossing Say? I'd love to draw a Bossing Say. Opponent makes a copy of Guru Patik, which lets him look for a Lesson or a Shrine. He hits. I guess that's a pretty okay hit, because you can recast your... Oh, dude, no. Okay. We're flooding out. 5/7. There's 10 lands left in there. 30% to draw a land. 70% not to. It's a tiny fraction of a percent to draw some card draw. That'd be really nice. Oh, please. Just a little bit of card draw. A spot. Quit looking at my cards, man. Sure. Makes a 5/5. Oh, yeah, they get to buff each other. That is gross. Yeah, this might be one of those games where you realize this is why you have to prioritize removal. Because removal allows you to interact with your opponent. I have no interaction. They're just swinging out, huh? This sucks. I mean, they have a stockpile of clues here, so... I guess we'll take the trade, just so we take less damage. Okay, that's a really good draw. I don't know if it's enough, but it was a good draw. I'm hoping opponent doesn't have another lesson. We have some decent trades if they try to attack for now, but a lesson would really change that. We do have one lesson in the graveyard. Oh, it only draws on a lesson. We don't have one, so we don't really want to trade this away. We're happy to trade these two, though. I am willing to bet opponent doesn't have 2. We're trading in an extra 1/1, but this way, if opponent has 1 lesson, sure, fine. I guess it has to be specifically the hex-proof one. Nice. That was a really good trade for us. Does opponent have like a 7-drop or something? I'm surprised they didn't crack any clues first. You want to draw? Drawing's the best part of this game, man. Which is also why it feels so bad when you don't draw anything. Ba Sing Se. Wow, that's powerful. Well, okay, that was a pretty good draw. I think we do swing out for one. Opponent has 8 trillion, billion, jillion lands in cards in hand. Jeez. I guess that card might be why they were like playing aggressively with their boomerang basics. Like, and they're like, whatever, I'll eventually draw a billion cards. Yeah. This stinks. What could we draw that saves us from this pace? I mean, even Iroh isn't good here. We've seen so little of our deck. Yeah, okay. Sure. I don't even want to play this out. You got it. You kill us next turn anyway. Jeez. Those are some depressing games with that deck. Yeah. It's weird, because the bombs in this format are solid, but I guess you really need a base of good removal, too. We're coming up on time, but I do want to draft one more time. We won't play a game with it, but we'll at least draft it, and maybe I'll play it on my off time, or we'll play it on stream. I don't know. Not too much left to do today. I get to put together the schedule for this week, which I'm excited about. I think I might try to change up the strategy this week, and we might try to play the same game the whole time. Okay, our rare kind of sucks. Lightning Strike is good. Fire Sages is also good. Lost Days is solid. A lot of good removal in this pack. Yeah. Awesome art. I don't know. I mean, Lightning Strike is just never bad, you know? I'm basically like, do I take the Fire Sages or the Lightning Strike? That's basically what I'm thinking. I think we just learned we want to take our removal highly. Jong. This card is awkward. 5-mana counterspells always are. It's too much mana to keep up. Path to Redemption is okay removal. This 2-drop is just crazy. It's really good. Deadly Precision is fine if you're in black-white normally. I don't want to be in red-white is the thing. This 3-drop is pretty okay too. I don't mind being in red-blue, I guess. There's also something to be said about Jong. I mean, it is an uncommon. We don't have any lessons right now, but pretty much wherever you are in red, you're doing lessons. This guy is good. He's not a threat. He doesn't do anything on his own. Another one of these 3/3s, and this 4-drop is solid too. It's feeling like white is sort of open. This guy's pretty okay too. As long as you have a lesson. I like this 3-drop. Eloquentia is also a pretty good lesson, and we have 3 cards that care about them, though Zhong Zhong doesn't really work with it. Not sure. I do like the 1-drop into the Quentia. Yeah, let's try to do a red-blue lessons thing. Let's see what happens. That's a very good sign. Both of these are. Guru Patik is fantastic. We only have the 1 lesson. But that's great, even if we don't add green. This is removal, though. I mean, this is like a straight-up bomb. Let's grab it. Nice. Oh, I love the old man monk. He's got squirrels hanging out. That's awesome. That's funny. I think this guy's pretty good. All around. This guy is okay in a lessons deck. We only have 1 right now. It's one of those cards that, like, if you have lessons and you have this activated as a 2/3 all the time, you're pretty happy. Since this has a clue attached, though, you're, like, never upset about it. Zuko's pretty good, too, but, like, you have to draw a card. And if you don't draw a card, it's not very good. And oftentimes you'll draw a card and you don't have... Like, you'll activate it and you don't have anything you can use. Or anything you can play off of it. That's a tough choice. I don't know if the 2-drop is better or not. I guess it should technically be if we end up being as lesson heavy as we should. I'm pretty happy with grabbing this one. It's a solid piece of interaction. Especially because this deck is kind of aggressive, so we want to get on early and protect our stuff early. Oh. It's heavy, heavy blue, but this is a solid card. Ironically, the engine room is exactly the kind of thing we would want to make it easier to cast Hama. Sure. I doubt we're casting her on curve, but none of these other cards are crazy good. The metal bending, you know, does kind of make you wonder if you open up into green. But I think it's okay. Bum, 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 bum. Not a lesson, unfortunately. This is a 2-mana 2/2. We have no 2-mana creatures. The Rumble Arena is somewhat considerable, especially with Hama. I don't know. I think I'd care more about having enough 2-drops than I care about casting Hama. Weirdly enough, I don't know what to do between the two of them. I guess this is better when you're being aggressive. You've played your 2-drop and your 3-drop, and now you're just keeping them off the board, basically. I don't really like this as a top end. Maybe we go green, so I'll grab that. Okay. Not fantastic in the blue-red version of the deck, but... And we were offered another one anyway. Okay, sure. Fine. Oh, that's a solid card. Not for us, though, I don't think. Waterbending Lesson. That seems okay. Best card in the pack is probably the Raven Eagle or the Epic Downfall. We have 3 allies, so this card is okay. Especially if we expand into the green. It's just a pack that doesn't have a ton for us. Yeah, there's like half a red card in here. It is a lesson, though. Sure. We're just more interested in the board-oriented lessons. like combustion technique. I wish we could have picked that and Guru Batik, but well. Greedy, greedy. Okay, it seems like, I mean, I don't know what's open, to be honest. This card was supposed to be so good, and it feels okay. Second Messenger Hawk. It does synergize with the Haiku. Sometimes it synergizes with Hama. I guess. I don't know. I mean, these uncommons just don't speak to me. Awkward. Sure. Firebending Lesson is a great pickup. I like the Octopus form too. Professor's Eye, I feel like we're trying to be aggressive, so he's just kind of weird. We're going to take the Firebending Lesson. We kind of want another Cadets. And we are at 4 lessons. I would love just like 4 more. The Ira's Demonstration would be a good pickup. Combustion Technique, great pickup as well. Another Guru Batik would be cool. Oh, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive. I think this card is also pretty good. Just a 4-mana 4/4 haste is fine. But we know what we're about. We're very happy to see that. We're light on threats though, right? I think we only have like, yeah, we're split right down the middle. I think we want like 2 more playable lessons. And then we probably drop the Waterbending Lesson or the Haiku. Second Hama. Not sure if we do that much. Like that's really tying up a lot of our blue mana. Let's just grab the May. That seems like something we want when we're casting a lot of instants and sorceries. Fire Nation Palace is basically an upgraded mountain most of the time. And I think we have a lot of instants. Yeah, we do. If there was ever a deck for it, I guess that this is it. I'm still looking at that 2/2 as well. Because like I said, we're low on creatures right now. 3 mana 3/2 prowess. I just don't like paying for a 3 mana card that has 2 toughness in this format. Let's do that. Oh, we already have 2 disciples, actually. Oh well. Even if we're aggressive and limited, you still often need a top end somewhere. I guess this is a 3-drop with 3 toughness. Yeah, you can play the Hawk just fine because it makes you the clue, so you're like, whatever. You shock it, I draw another card. It's fine. Ugh. This is okay, I guess. Especially since we're aggressive, we might get that clue pretty often. If we're lucky. Okay. This card seems okay. I haven't gotten to play with it, really. This is a red card. I think I actually like it better than the Raider. We're never playing this guy, but sure. Whoa. Return of the Wild Speaker. Oh, that's funny. They're depicting the same moment. Lost Days is good removal. And then there's the Cadets, which are a good threat. We have 6 lessons. I think we are kind of looking to get one more. I mean, the likelihood that this keeps us aggressive is just so high. Yeah. That's tough. You never feel upset picking up removal. It's fine. Redirect lightning. Wow, watery grasp is solid, but this is a lesson too. I want this to work so bad. And maybe through sheer willpower we will make it work okay. You know, we're aggressive, right? We're going to be the ones that are keeping our opponent on the back foot. At this point we have 8 lessons, yep. So let's take the flyer. Twin Blades is pretty okay too. It's a decent trick. But we're going to take the flyer. Wow, we could splash for the Grand Lotus. I mean, our lessons are mostly just like removal, but I guess that means that he's really impactful when he gets drawn. Brought back. The only thing we're going to miss out on is the Eloquentia, but that is, you know, something to miss out on. Third Messenger Hawk? Or second Wandering Musicians? I don't know if I play either of those. I actually like the Hawk more than the Warden, at least. Yeah, see, cards like this feel like a trap in the Lessons deck, because they do nothing on the board. They just get locked up behind all of the high toughness creatures. Oh, second Eloquentia is really good, but Fire Nation Cadets is also really good. Let's take the Cadets. Another Fire Nation Palace. I mean, again, if there was ever going to be a deck for it. It's situational, though, and, I mean, we do have enough creatures as it is. Yeah, okay. Why not? This seems okay so far. I think I need more 2-drops though, right? No, we are actually okay on 2-drops. Forest Cycler seems interesting because of Iroh. And it's also like one of the biggest creatures in the format. Green-blue is fantastic. Awesome. Ugh, whatever. They're both uncommons too. Not playing any of this. Sure, I guess. You know, I would have liked one more combustion technique. I don't think I have a lesson to replace the waterbending lesson with, or the Sokka's haiku with, but it's okay. I think I would have liked one more octopus form too. Okay. Drop 2 cards from here, huh? I think we can drop 1 Messenger Hawk. A lot of non-creatures, so maybe 1 non-creature. I'm looking at you, waterbending lesson. Sokka's haiku is kind of awkward too. It's only during your turn that the lessons get flashback. Non-lessons get flashback too, though. Which is crazy. Like, you could cast Iroh and then go Lightning Strike, there's 6 to your face right there. Bet you weren't expecting that, boyo. My heart just believes in this Firecast, this Firebend, the redirect lesson. Ugh, I don't know what to drop. The musicians? No, you need to be on board in this format. I don't know. Maybe the Hama, now that we've added the green. Yeah, that seems wise. Okay. Alright. I know I said I wouldn't play a game, but we're going to play 1 game. I really want to see Iroh actually do something in this format. Everybody I've heard talk about this is like, this is the card, it's so cool. And it sucks when something doesn't work for you. You know, you're like, man, what's my problem? Bum, bum, bum. Oh, the beautiful Magic the Gathering game that we're playing, along with this Yoko Shimomura music. Who will win, Coughing Baby or Nuclear Abs? Oh. That's weird. Normally, if it doesn't show you your hands, it's... something has gone awry. Oh, okay. We have a 2-drop and a piece of interaction, and the card we want to play. And a card that might help us find the green, so, okay. It's just awkward that we don't have a 1-drop, awkward that we don't have an early lesson, but... I think at least this is a... this is a hand with something to do. They play their own first-time flyer. Let's play ours. I think that's good, right? You need 3 mana to activate, though. Opponent is aggressive. I'm thinking of how we can combine this with Waterbending Lesson in order to get... Excuse me. In order to get enough mana to cast it. But now that I think about it, this is a sorcery, so it won't work. We can use the Fire Predation Palace to give May Double Strike, though, which is good. Do we just shoot the 3-2? Before they can protect it? Yeah, why not? Nothing else. Go ahead. Die. That's a War Balloon. Can't really do anything with it. We could go My Combustion Technique. Swing in for 2. That's not a threat, though, you know? But later on, it will be harder to kill it. Yeah, let's find out if you have an octopus form right now. You don't. That's good. You play Mai, or May. What is her name supposed to be? I feel like I used to know. Oh. It's pronounced May, like rhymes with hay. Oh, this is like a whole rabbit hole, this May pronunciation thing. Okay. So, we're gonna need to basically Firebending Lesson that eventually. Let's give... This doesn't have crew, right? Yeah, it has crew 3, but that's never gonna do anything. Okay. Let's go to combat. Make a ton of mana. Now we can either Firebending Lesson or give it... Sure. Oh, it's a creature now. Okay, well, I guess that's exactly why we wanted to activate the palace. Not that it makes a ton of difference, right? I guess we could have just done that without even activating the palace, because we had 1 mana left over. Opponent takes 2, loses their hard-earned 4/3. Abandon attachments, discarding a land. Plays a land. And has to begrudgingly pass while we top deck the land for Iroh on curve. They have a counterspell, we feel really sad. but like you're just supposed to play out your threats, you know? Tricky. Let's see how they react to combat, I guess. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, alright, let's throw it out there. What you got? Am I going home sad? Yay, I get to have my grandpa. I guess he's not a grandpa, he's your uncle. And we have had a fantastic hand or game for him. Opponent does have to answer him like now. Yeah, sure. Opponent skipped his whole turn to do that. So am I even getting any extra mana if I do that? I'm just gonna swing out. Opponents. Yeah, sure. We got it. I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just giving her the double strike counter. We can keep up the Eloquentia, though, which is good. And then we draw Iroh and kind of reset his threat. Opponent plays Lightning Strike. We do not care. Go ahead and take mine. Opponent plays second Lightning Strike. I think now we care. A lot of interaction from opponent. Well. Swing out for 2. Cast Iroh. Your go, opponent. Abandoned attachments loses another land. Your deck seems to be mostly lightning strikes and card draw for the lightning strikes. Yeah, not a great 3-mana answer out there in the world for Iroh. I think we... It's too bad this is a sorcery. We'll start with the waterbending lesson, though. Opponent. It'll quenches the waterbending lesson. Sure, I don't really mind. Okay. The next one's even easier to cast. Sure, I think we do cast it, though. I don't think we need the Fire Nation Palace, do we? No, we discard the Lost Days because we just draw it anyway. That's crazy. Wow, this is nuts. I'm pretty sure this is lethal, which is crazy. You swing out. We Lost Days your 1/3. Opponent has an octopus form. Pretty sure we still just get to kill you through it. Because now we Combustion Technique your Fortune Teller. The octopus form does nothing, neither does mine, but then I Lightning Strike your face. Hit you for 7, that is lethal, baby. Wow. Opponent should have played a Birds of Paradise. Okay. One more. I'm glad we got what I wanted there. Sometimes you're supposed to quit while you're ahead. I guess, am I gonna be happy if we leave on a loss? Nah, well, we already started it, right? So. And the other nice thing is that I think I pretty much prepped everything that I'll need to go to sleep for afterwards, so just gotta set up the schedule, which is gonna be nice and chill. You know, I actually think that that's okay. Because we get to protect the cadets, I think that's fine. Opponent needs a 1-mana answer to the cadets, which they might have, I guess, if they're red. That's the only way for them to do so. And I have no way of knowing that. Let's go turn 1 cadets. What you got? Opponent is not in red. Oh, awkward, but I do think it's better for us to hold up the interaction. And end the turn. We'll play this next. Tap land. Passes. Awkward again, but I do think it's better to develop the 2-drop. Keep up the interaction. I know that means we don't get to cast the waterbending lesson next turn, though. But we might draw a land. Opponent plays a 2/3 with reach and death touch. It's my turn. Wow, that's extra awkward, isn't it? I think we just pass the turn. We hold off. That 2/3's keeping us back pretty well, but my plus the octopus form and the... There we go, the double strike counting. Whoa. I can Guru Patik, keep up the redirect lightning and attack, but then, like, what's the point of keeping up the redirect lightning? What could opponent be holding up? Of course, we could also attack with both of them. And then the octopus form plus the double strike counter kills the wall top sentries. Yeah. Let's go to combat. I don't think he actually has a good block here. Here we go. There we go. I'm not really doing anything else with the mana, unfortunately, so I guess we will get another 2 damages. Wow. Opponent does have a 4-mana 2/3. Now we get to keep up and cast Guru Patik. Maybe I was supposed to do that later. I will happily grab one of these 2. I don't know which. Well, let's grab the combustion technique. That seems better. No attacks though. There's not much of a reason to do it. Wow. He doesn't get to activate this turn though, does he? He could have actually. He really could have there. But he did not. So I think it's time for us to go onto the offensive. Swing out with the team. Get the firebending mana. Ah, okay. So you are aware. You just want to do it on your turn. Sure. I'm just going to kill that now, though. Let's put a counter on my opponent. Sure. They scry 2. And they cast a spell. Zero to the top. You're just spinning to win. He might get a creature, I guess. He didn't get anything. He got a land. Okay. Lands, am I right? That's
rough, buddy.
That is rough, buddy. Opponent takes a beating. Keeping up the redirect lightning sounds nice, but I think we just do this instead. Maya is the really big problem, so let's put that on the cadets. Discard a land. There's not a thank you. They said nice deck, there's not a thank you, but... Oh well. Scry's 1 at the top. It's probably a decent creature or a board wipe. 5/7 and a 4/4. That's too bad. That locks up the board pretty steadily. No attacks. We gotta hold back, but we do have a 3-turn clock on him. Plays a land. Scries with the planetarium. We're hoping for a double bottom. 1 to top. Opponent casts. A first-time flyer is kind of whatever. There's what we want to counter. Okay. I'll put a counter on my own first-time flyer, I think. Oh, there goes up Iroh, unfortunately. Opponent thinks that he cannot afford to attack. Might be true. No, this is crazy. So, if we cast Lost Days on the 5/5, plus the Redirect Lightning to move it to the Giant Koi, and then attack with May and the first-time flyer and the Guru Patik, I think opponent is in a really weird position. I'm not quite sure, but that feels like the right choice. And math is for blockers after all, right? Let's swing out. And then Lost Days the Flopsy. Put the counter here. Oh! Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. Did it just auto pass and I don't get to change it for some reason? That doesn't seem right. The owner of target creature puts it onto the... Yeah, why didn't I get to redirect lightning that? Change the target of target spell or ability with a single target. That's ridiculous. Okay, well. Unfortunately, we're in for a worse attack than we planned, but this is still not a great attack for opponent. Oh, let's draw a card. See if we can save my or something. Nope. That's so awkward. Well. Was I supposed to, like, put a stop, or does this card just not work? That's such a bummer. I thought that was a cool little trick that we were going to do, too. I do think that would have... Well, it wouldn't have killed him, but it would have gotten rid of Mai. Opponent keeps the Flopsy. That's the best thing he can get. Oh, wait, that's awesome. If opponent has a piece of removal, the redirect lightning... Okay, never mind. They're calling it good. Oh. You know, that's unfortunate. That would have played out very different in paper. But I guess it didn't really matter. Like, does it just only trigger when... It makes me wonder if there's a settings thing. Here, before we go off, let's... you know what? Let's find somebody to raid, and while we find somebody to raid, or after we find somebody to raid, we'll go look it up. ATLA Arena. Yes, unfortunately we're calling it quits right now, Pyro, but that was some good arena. Here, we can show you I'll show you the deck. It's mostly blue-red lessons, firebending lesson, redirect lightning, combustion technique and stuff. But we do splash green for Iroh, and we did have a Guru Patik as well. The last game was pretty tight. Opponent had a crazy library of Wan Shi-Tong on turn 5, but it wasn't quite enough. Bum, 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 bum. Wow, Tyler is still streaming. So why don't you go hang out with Tyler? Actually, well, Casper looks like they could use a couple views too. Boo! I know you want to see more of the Tenchi. Me too. But alas, I do have to go to sleep eventually. Alrighty, folks. Let's get going, huh? So, thank you very much for stopping by. I hope you all have a good rest of your morning, evening, day, whatever it may be. Make the most of your time, because heaven waits for you. Bye-bye. Have a good start of your week. Say hello to Tyler Senpai. Good luck in your drafts. Bye.
People come and they go. Some people may stay with you though. I am all alone tonight, and I kept on asking myself questions. Can't see